Blur will blur the color you're currently drawing with. It's helpful for certain things if you want to make it, like, see, I was drawing with round pixelated, now it's blurry. So when you back up, it'll get a blurrier effect than pixelated.
Daddy,
okay. Right here, now I don't use this a lot. I think I've only used it in like one of my speed paints, but this tool down here can give you a selection of different patterns to use while you're drawing. This will be the normal pattern, just blank, nothing on the inside or anything. Yeah, you know, nothing too special about it. However, if you choose a different pattern, it'll draw in that pattern. See? Small checkers, lots of dots on the screen, dots, dots. Get stripes, big stripes, little stripes, really big checkers. You can also get these two really awesome patterns. Here are the layer. This is the layer box. Something you're definitely going to want to use if you're doing speed paints or something like that. Even if you're just drawing for fun, layers are very helpful. Okay. First thing you want to know about layers is adding layers. Press that plus button to add it. The layer with the dark gray color is the one you have selected currently. If you press the minus button, that'll get rid of the layer. To name a layer, just double click on the name and type in whatever name you want. Background. I put BG. You definitely want to start on the background layer as the bottom layer. The next layer should usually be the sketch for your picture. Then these layers are for the colors that your character is going to have. Let's just say I'm drawing a Riolu. Then we'd have blue on the bottom layer, since there's the most blue. There's more blue than the other colors. You'd also need black, because that's the second most used color in the picture. And then you'd need yellow for the ring around its neck. You'd need white for the white inside its eyes. You'd also need eye for the eye itself. And you need line art. If, let's say, the Riolu in question has any accessories, they'd probably go above the colors, but below the eyes. So, I'm not going to actually draw a sketch for this. I'm just going to head straight into the line art. Now, this is going to be a very fast little doodle, I guess. So, it's still got that effect on it. I'm not going to bother changing that, though. Jeez, it's big ears. So yeah, do your line art. Line art should normally be on the highest layer, unless there's something that should go over the line art, such as if your character's crying and there are tears, or there's fire going over the line art, something like that. So, yeah. You can choose to outline the markings on whatever you're drawing or not. Markings like that can go with line art for it or without it. Okay, so here's my little Riolu. Now for colors. Choose the right color you want to use. Pretty easy finding colors down there. You can use a whole variety of different colors. Then just make sure that the line art is definitely over the colors, or else it's not going to work. So, yeah. you can do this. My Lucaria, not Lucaria, Riolu is gonna have this cool pattern for its fur, I guess. I guess Lucario. Why do I keep calling it Lucario? I guess Riolu could be considered a furry Pokemon. I don't know. Depends on how you draw it. The layer above the blue color, which would be black in this case, it's going to go over whatever. It's going to go over the blue. So if you have some, here, it'll be explained later. Just wait. Okay, so now we got all the blue in there. I suggest, like, erasing some of that stuff that goes beyond the line art, but I'm not going to. Next, find a color for the next color, whatever is in your speed paint picture, whatever you're doing. Then color in with that. See how it goes over the blue? That way. So even if some of the colors gets in the wrong area, if something's going to be over that, then you don't need to worry about that. Make sure you're coloring on the right layer at all times, or else, you know, it's not too good for the picture. By the way, you can add smoothing on the eraser tool. And then finally we come to yellow. Find the right color. It's not exactly yellow, but it'll do. Another thing you might want to do if the character has its mouth open, if it has fangs sticking out of its mouth, something like that, make sure every color should have pretty much its own layer. This Riolu has its tongue sticking out, so I'm gonna make a layer with mouth and coloring the tongue. You don't actually have to draw with layers, because, well, you don't really have to do anything that you don't want to on this, on anything, Chibipaint or likewise, but layers do add some good things to the picture. It's a lot easier to shade if you've got layers. Oh, gee, whoops. See, I colored on the wrong layer there. Okay, so here's our Riolu head. Kinda hard to see the colors, but meh. Now, you can dodge and burn stuff, you know. So what I like to do for eyes is burn the top, dodge the bottom. But you do whatever works for you. You might have to burn a couple times to get like a really light color to burn, sometimes such as white. So burning makes the colors darker, as you can see. Dodge makes the colors lighter. Moving on to backgrounds. Backgrounds will show up behind the picture, so you don't really have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about it going over the picture and such. I'm going to give it a blue background, actually, because I want to. black background. I like black better, actually. That looks cool. So, there we have our picture. Pretty simple. Chibipaint, it's a little hard at first, but once you've practiced and stuff, it gets easier and easier. Last thing to do is sign the picture you're doing. Yeah, that's not the best picture in the world, but just an example, nothing big. Bye.